You've probably heard that sitting for long periods of time is bad for you. You've heard that it increases the risk of heart disease and causes obesity. But why is this? Sitting, walking, and standing fall into the category of energy consumption called non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or NEAT for short. The metabolic processes associated with NEAT begin to shut down during prolonged sedentary activity. The rate at which the body creates fat will increase. This is why research attributes sedentary behavior to an increased risk in heart disease. This decrease in energy consumption also means that the body absorbs less of the sugar created by insulin, potentially leading to diabetes. Studies have shown that prolonged sedentary behavior is also linked to a 30% increase in colon cancer, 54% increase in lung cancer, and 66% increase in uterine cancer. The negative effects of sitting can also extend to the spine. Improper posture while sitting can cause strains in the cervical vertebrae and compression in the discs of the spine. Extended periods of compression can result in herniated discs and pinched nerves.
Now that you know a little more about the negative effects of sedentary activity, we're going to examine a few remedies and check if they're as effective as they claim. First, we're going to look at supplemental exercise. An assumption is made that exercise may offset the negative effects of long sedentary periods. While most researchers agree that exercise is better than no exercise, many hold opposing views about how beneficial exercise actually is. This confusion is compounded by the lack of data in a relatively new field. We pose this question to Dr. Caitlin Gallagher, a professor in the field of biomechanics and kinesiology. Can exercise mitigate the negative effects of prolonged standing or sitting?
Yeah, but it's probably not going to be what typically people will think of. It's more going to be more endurance exercise rather than strength exercises. So it's not about developing very strong, like going through the typical strength exercises. It's more going through training your muscles for endurance.
Training the body for endurance involves aerobic exercises. Exercises like low weight lifts and running stimulates the heart and breathing rate. Some of the ways aerobic exercise may mitigate the negative effects of sedentary activity includes strengthening the cardiovascular system, strengthening the bone, and promoting healthy levels of insulin. All in all, we suggest aerobic exercise over anaerobic exercise to decrease the negative effects of a long day of sedentary activity.
Next, we look into ways that the workplace can be adjusted. Some products that have been widely marketed as a solution to sitting are the standing desk and the treadmill desk. The standing desk advertises a reduction in sitting while maintaining the productivity of a traditional desk. However, moving from sitting to standing may only solve part of the issue. Standing still is still considered sedentary and poses its own set of problems. According to a study, between 40 and 70% of the population who have never had a lower back injury develop pain when standing still for a prolonged period of time. This is attributed to facet loading in the lower back. Facet joints connect the vertebrae in the spinal column and allow for movement. However, standing loads these facets against each other, potentially resulting in lower back pain. To eliminate these issues, a treadmill desk can be implemented to allow the user to be active while still working. However, while these are popular, there are some downsides to the desk. The most common issues found with these unique desks are dual tasking, high injury risk, and high cost. We recommend workers use a more traditional desk and find a healthy balance between sitting and standing between short walking breaks.
When attempting to create an ideal ergonomic workstation, Dr. Gallagher said it was important to fit the task to the person. It was also important that a worker should be able to move around the workplace while completing a task and without even realizing they were moving. However, in certain occupations that require great precision or force, a workstation should be designed for the worker to maintain a healthy posture. When attempting to keep a healthy posture, workers should have an ergonomic desk and chair that is designed for adjustability. These adjustable features will allow the worker to maintain a neutral wrist position and an elongated spine, while also keeping their feet planted flat on the floor. Overall, when setting up a workstation, there should be a healthy mixture of sitting and standing. Frequently used items should be within arm's reach, but items out of reach could grant the worker an opportunity to get up and move around.